There are 7 things with which you can grow your YouTube channel from zero in 2024. Hi everyone, I'm Ishan Sharma. I started YouTube in 2020, have made over 1,000 videos so far, 200 million views and 1.2 million subscribers. I have also generated crores and crores in revenue with the help of YouTube, and today I'm breaking it all down for you in the next 20 minutes. Make sure you watch till the end, hit the like button. I have also helped tens of businesses grow their own YouTube channel through my marketing agency called as Market Up, and I will share all the lessons we've learned in this entire journey. Watch till the end. The 7 steps are really important. Starting off with the myths. There are so many mistakes I see people make every single day that I don't want you to make. Don't be that person who makes these mistakes, because this will really cost you your growth. This will really cost you your success on YouTube. And believe me, YouTube is the most lucrative opportunity that you have in 2024 to make a living doing what you love, to grow a following, and to generally have fun while you're doing it. So starting off with the first myth people have, and that is to maximize for numbers. I made this mistake myself. I used to focus too much on what numbers am I getting? How can I get more views? How can I get more subscribers at all costs? The reality is, in 2024, the best creators are going to be the ones who will optimize for respect and not views. Optimize for respect and not views. What that basically means is you are focusing on making the best content for your audience and not worrying about it getting views or not clickbaiting your audience, not giving them high expectations and then not delivering that by the end of the video, not wasting time of your audience, not baiting them into watching something which they do not want to watch. I'm sure you've seen videos of such people who create these long vlogs in which they promise something which they don't really deliver, and there is some trust which is lost at the end of it. Always focus on thinking, if I make a video which might not get 1 lakh views, 10 lakh views, might only get 10,000 views, but if someone watches my video, they respect me and they know that, okay, Ishan knows what he's talking about, right? That should be your goal. Your goal shouldn't be to impress 10 lakh people. Your goal should be to impress the right type of people. Get in front of the right eyeballs that you want to target. I've made a separate video talking about how to think of a YouTube video idea and everything. Go watch it if you haven't already. But the idea here is to optimize for respect. The second myth people have is to focus on short form content. The problem is there are so many YouTube channels which have millions and millions of subscribers, but they don't really have their brand. They don't really have deep trust with their audience. They only have eyeballs. They don't have customers, users. They don't have followers. They are not a cult leader, so as to say. And so I have made shorts as well. In fact, 60% of all the views on my channel are all through shorts. But still, I make long form videos. I'm still making this video sitting in the chair, recording for 30 minutes long. Why? Because I genuinely believe that you build more trust, you build more interest in the audience when you go deeper into a subject, when you talk for longer, when you can see that people are watching this video for 4 minutes, for 5 minutes on average. That is deeper trust established with your audience. So always focus on optimizing that. There is space for shorts too. You need to break your strategy, maybe 40% shorts, 60% long form, and just focus on to that. But never go all shorts, because then you would get numbers, but you won't have loyal followers. There are so many people I meet when I go outside. I am in restaurants, I am in hotels, I am in events, and there are 2 types of people. One who come to me and they're like, hey, I've seen you somewhere. I don't know who you are, but I want to click a picture with you. I click a picture with them. That's completely fine. Then there's a second type of person who's like, Ishan, I've seen your video. How are you? Let's click a picture. And I love that. The first person, I know for a fact, has only seen my shorts. The second person has watched my long form video. They know who I am. They know my personality. They know I am delivering value. Another myth people have is I need high production value. Understand one thing. In YouTube, the most important thing is relatability. I once met Saurav Joshi, and the first question I asked him is, why do you think people watch you? And the first thing he said that, लोगों को बहुत relatable लगता हूँ मैं. लोग मुझसे रिलेट कर पाते हैं, मेरी स्टोरी से रिलेट कर पाते हैं वो. एंड सो द बिगेस्ट लर्निंग इज बी एज रिलेटेबल एज पॉसिबल विद योर ऑडियंस, विच मीन्स you need to focus not on high expensive cameras, production value, but on delivering the idea well, right? You don't need the best camera out there. You need a good enough microphone. Could be a lavalier mic, could be a condenser microphone like this, could be a shotgun mic. But other than that, you don't need a lot of setup. If you are watching this video on your phone, chances are you can use your phone's camera to record your videos. You don't need anything else. The first 1 or 2 years I spent on YouTube were just me recording videos on my phone. And the phone was 4 years old, right? It was Moto G second generation. And so I was just recording videos on that phone. And everyone loved watching it. So don't focus and waste time on getting a high-end camera. Just focus on delivering the idea well and have a good audio. People will any day forgive you for the video quality, but they will never forgive you for trash audio quality. Imagine you watch a video which has blurry visuals, but the audio is amazing. You would still end up watching the whole video. Versus the video looks amazing, but the audio is choppy. It's not the best. You would hesitate watching it for longer. It will hurt your ears. So always optimize for audio and then later video. But just get started. Quality is not high-end cameras. Quality is you sitting down and delivering value to your audience. And value is subjective. The fourth myth people have is to copy others. And I've seen this happen a lot of times, especially with the Mr. Beast videos. You will see the thumbnail copied. You will see the whole storyline copied of Mr. Beast videos. But understand one thing. The most successful companies are all unique. The failed companies fail to differentiate. They're all the same. This is a quote by Peter Thiel, but the idea can be taken to YouTube as well. All successful YouTubers are unique. All failed YouTubers are the same. They fail to distinguish themselves. So your first priority should be to not copy others, but to bring out your own personality into anything that you make. Of course, ideas are limited, which means ideas might overlap with other creators, but that's completely fine. You need to bring your own personality in those ideas. And that is really important. Another myth people make, and that is the last one before we move on to the next part, and that is focusing too much on podcasting. I've seen this a lot on YouTube. People just start their podcast from scratch as a nobody. People don't know me, I'm going to start a podcast. Now, the problem with podcasting in 2024 is that someone is going to sit down and give you 1 hour of their time to listen to what you have to say or what your guest has to say. Now, that requires trust. The reason you click on Ranveer Alabadia's podcast and listen to that is because he has built that trust with time. The reason you click on Rash Shamani's Figuring Out podcast and sit down and watch it for longer is because he has built that trust that in the next 1 hour, I promise you that you will get to learn something new. Now, establishing that trust takes a lot of time, and you can't just expect yourself to start from zero, launch a podcast and expect it to get a ton of viewers. So the goal should always be, how can I create content which builds my own brand and then maybe launch a podcast if I want to. And even if I am launching a podcast, always think about how can I innovate in these podcasts. Too many podcasts are the same. And then Nikhil Kamath came up with the roundtable concept, having multiple guests and asking them questions about their own life, creating those long form podcasts that other people did not do at that time. And that is rare. Not everyone can do that. So now that you understood the 5 myths, let's talk about how does the YouTube algorithm really work. In 2024, YouTube algorithm works as follows. Imagine you upload a video on YouTube. The first and the most important thing the YouTube algorithm does is to suggest this video to your own engaged audience. Now, I use the word engaged audience and not subscribers because, for example, my channel has 1.2 million subscribers, but YouTube knows that I only have about 100,000 to 200,000 engaged audiences. And so it starts to recommend my videos to these engaged audiences who regularly watch my videos. And that is really important. The first thing they show is the thumbnail. Depending on how clicky the thumbnail is, how good the CTR is, click-through rate, more people will end up clicking that video. And when a lot of people click that video above average, YouTube knows that this video is interesting, but it will still wait before recommending this video to other audience. It will look at the AVD, average view duration. average video duration tells algorithm that people are spending a lot of time on this video, hence they are loving it. And number two, the expectation set in the thumbnail is being delivered in the video. If someone clickbaits you, you would immediately shut off the video. You would immediately close the video. You would immediately stop watching. And that tells the algorithm that this thumbnail is good, CTR is high, but AVD is not as much, which means the expectation is not delivered, which means this video is not as good. So it will stop recommending it to a lot of people. And that is where everything stops. So your goal should be to have a high CTR and to have a high AVD. Now, AVD again is average view duration. If someone watches your video for 5 minutes and is 10 minutes in total, so that is a 50% AVD, which is a great number. That is essentially how the YouTube algorithm works. If you have high CTR, if you have high AVD, it will now recommend it to similar audiences. Now, behind the scenes, YouTube is creating groups of viewers, people who love watching Ali Abdaal, people who love consuming political podcasts, people who love consuming economics, people who love consuming make money online videos. And a subset of that would be people who are subscribed to you. And when they end up watching your video for longer, YouTube will then start recommending your video to the other people in this own group. So that is essentially how your video gets more traction. And that is how it starts recommending it to more and more groups. And that is how your video gains a lot of impressions, right? So the most important thing is the CTR, then the AVD. If all is good, then you will get more impressions. The CTR will go down because it's showing it to a lot of people, experimenting it with a lot of audiences and seeing what works. And then your video will fly. So that is essentially how the algorithm works. Now, let me tell you the 7 most important things you need to get right if you want to grow your YouTube channel in 2024. If so far you're liking this video, hit the like button and subscribe. I make a lot of videos around YouTube, skills, digital marketing, and you will love being a part of this journey. The first and the most important thing is quantity. If you look at any successful YouTuber, take MKBHD for example, take Mr. Beast for example, take PewDiePie for example, all of these creators made 100 crappy videos before hitting 1,000 subscribers. For example, your favorite creator MKBHD made over 100 videos to only get to 70 subscribers. At the starting, when you just had a YouTube channel, they are experimenting and understanding who should they cater your video to. And so instead of thinking about making the perfect YouTube video, think about how can you generate a lot of videos and give YouTube enough opportunity to recommend you to people and experiment to find out who is the right group of people who your videos should be catered to. Depending on the metadata of your video, which is the title, description, the tags, the thumbnail and everything you've said in the video, it will start experimenting it with recommending it to the right set of people. And if they end up watching, YouTube will recommend your videos even more. So it is all about quantity first, quality later. The quantity will get you to quality. Today, I am recording this video in my own studio with a professional mic, with a 4K camera and the best lights out there because I started from scratch. I've made 1,000 videos. The first 500 were not the prettiest. Go watch my older videos. You'll understand what I'm talking about. I only use natural sunlight. I only used my phone. I only use a lavalier mic and I had no fancy equipment. I was just focusing on the quantity side. And with quantity, you would also build the discipline to come up and make a video and then go back, right? It is just that simple fact and idea of coming on the platform, uploading a video, going back, doing it again and again and again and again. That's all that you need to do, right? All of the success you will have in life is by doing one thing over and over and over again. However boring it might look, that is the secret to success. And while you're making a lot of videos, always focus on how can I do one thing better in this video? How can I improve something, the editing, the way you've delivered it, the production quality? How can I just improve 1% on every video that I am doing? And that will get you to amazing places in life. So the first and the most important thing is quantity over quality when you're just getting started. Just make a rule of 100. Make 100 videos without expecting anything in return. And that will get you to amazing places. The second thing is to find your blue ocean. Now, this is a very important topic. There's a book called as the Blue Ocean Strategy, in which they talk about how the best way to win is to compete in a market which has no competitors, is to find your own place where there is no one to compete with. And this is exactly what you need to do on YouTube. If you look at any of the successful creators, they all have a X factor. They all have a USP. They all have their own blue ocean in which they are fighting. You look at Abhi and New, you look at Rashomani, Beer Biceps, they all are one of a category, right? There are no competitors. It's a very scientific process. You sit down, think about a niche that you want to make videos on. It could be video editing, it could be design, it could be politics, it could be social studies, but just sit down and figure out what is that niche. But once you decide that niche, the next step is to start writing down the parameters in each video. The production quality, how humorous are they, what language are they speaking in, what are they talking, are they cracking jokes, are they humorous, are they referencing something important that others are not, are they talking about numbers too much. So you write down every single parameter that you can think of, and then you give them a score out of 10 of every single creator in your category, and then find out what can you do that will separate you from everyone else. What combination of production quality, of humor, of storytelling, of everything that you are telling will make you different, right? So instead of you copying someone, you have now tried something unique which no one else is offering. If you look at the Indian tech YouTube space, you will find that there were so many people which you could not distinguish from. And then Tech Burner came with his humorous videos. People genuinely enjoyed watching the unboxing videos. Others were just making bland videos about the features and everything. He came in, spiced everything, and he got a ton of traction. And so what Shlok did right was to build his own blue ocean, is to be humorous with tech content. And that's why he won. So every field has an opportunity for you to be humorous or for you to find your X factor, to build your blue ocean. So always focus on that. That is the second tip that I want you to understand. The third one is equally important, and that is predictability. The YouTube channels which win all the time are the ones which are predictable. The branding of you in the mind of the audience should be, Ishan uploads 3 videos a week, and every video I will learn something about skills, something about career. That's it. It's the same old thing. You are not experimenting with something else. You're not making a movie review. You are being predictable that, hey, every day you will come to watch my channel and you will learn about X thing. And it is the same thing over and over and over again. A channel on digital marketing will grow much faster versus a channel which is broad, which is about digital marketing and coding and random skills, because people know what to expect. So everything needs to be consistent. Your thumbnails, the way you deliver everything, what you are talking in the video. And sometimes that means repeating the content, and that's completely fine, right? Everything that needs to be said has been said already. The way you say it is what makes you unique, and how you say it is what makes you unique. So every single day, think about how can you be boring to your audience? How can you create similar content in your own niche? Don't go outside of the niche, because then YouTube also gets confused. The algorithm gets confused. They're like, you were making a video about make money online and then you made a video on cryptocurrency. The YouTube algorithm will be confused, right? And so it will have less confidence on you. So it will recommend your videos lesser. And that is how it works in every YouTube video case. So always think about that. Be boring, be predictable to your audience. And that is how you will grow in 2024. That is the third thing. The fourth thing is to focus on returning viewers. This is so important. Your goal should be to build a cult, right? There's an amazing documentary on Netflix, which I think all of you should watch, which are about cult leaders like Adolf Hitler. And it talks about how these leaders brainwash their people, brainwash their viewers into believing their truth. And so if you can do that in a positive sense, of course, you will win. The reason Iman Gadzi or Ranveer Alabadia or Rashomani has such loyal followers, because they've built a cult for themselves and people love them for who they are. So your goal should always be about how can I make the same viewer return to every single one of my video because they know they will learn something new in this one, and because they know that they're a part of a cult. And so always figure out how can you build a cult around your brand. Arpit Bala has a cult, right? Neeraj Walia, EZ Snippet has a cult. So because people have been watching their videos for so long, they are part and parcel of what they believe in. They're a part of the branding of that creator. So your focus should always be, how can I be more like a leader who can polarize people, right? There's a saying that in the market, the bulls make money, the bears make money, but the pigs get squatted. The pigs get killed. So polarize people, believe in what you have to say, and build a cult-like following so that people come back to watch your videos. Because there are only so many people out there in the world, right? The only way to win is if your audience comes back all the time to watch your videos. That is the fourth thing to focus on. The fifth thing is to focus on the hook and the CTR. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If your first 30 seconds is not interesting enough, people will click off the video. At the starting of this video, I mentioned the 7 things, and you were waiting for these 7 things till this point in the video. And I made you wait because I wanted you to watch this video for longer. I made that hook and now I'm delivering on that hook, right? Don't be afraid of making those clickbait videos or thumbnails. It's not a clickbait if you deliver value. It's not a bait if you deliver what you've said in the video itself, in thumbnail itself actually. So always think about how can you create the best thumbnail and the best first 30 seconds. Script it out, write it down. How can you say the most important thing which will capture attention of people, and always focus on that, right? So the sixth thing is the hook and the CTR. People watch your videos for longer, they click on your videos more, hence YouTube will recommend your videos to even more people. And lastly, I want to leave you with the idea. After everything that I've talked about, the idea is the most important thing. At the end of the day, a great YouTube video with an average thumbnail will still perform amazingly well versus an average video with amazing thumbnail. Because this video idea is popular. People love watching videos like these. For example, I noticed that people are making videos on AI roadmap. People are making videos on AI and machine learning and how to learn AI in 2024. And it is gaining a lot of traction, a lot of views. So I went back and realized that, hey, I also know about AI, which means I can make a video about it. So I did that. And that video has 100,000 views and more in just the last 2 weeks. And that is the power of finding the right YouTube video idea. And there's an amazing resource to find unlimited YouTube video ideas. It's called Answer the Public. Just go to Answer the Public and type the topic, digital marketing, artificial intelligence, and it will tell you what are people searching for on YouTube with these terms. How to learn digital marketing, how to learn artificial intelligence, how to use ChatGPT, anything. And you will now know what to make videos on. These are the best video ideas that people are searching for. Always make sure that your video is either a how-to, or it's a listicle, or it is you sharing your own story. These 3 video ideas always work, and that is really crucial. These were the 7 most important things to grow your YouTube channel from 0 in 2024. I'm sure you will learn a lot. Take notes, get started today. I made an even longer video about YouTube. Check that out with the link in the description. You will learn a lot about YouTube. I wish you all the very best. If you're still watching this video, write in the comment section, I was till the very end. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. You can click a screenshot and post it on social media and tag me at Ishan Sharma 7390. I'll see you in the next one.